7 months ago, we bought a house. Hey friends, it's Edward and welcome to my YouTube channel, Intellectual Conundrum, my favorite place on the internet to share my life, wellness, and really anything else that pops in this little noggin of mine that I want to share with you. In this vlog, we're gonna go ahead and jump back in time. Let's get into it. We're moving. Ben and I are currently under contract for a new home. Just so excited. Normally I'm a worrywart, if I could say that. I made a promise with myself, which is that I was not gonna rob myself of joy or this experience. It's only one time that you get to purchase your very first home. And Ben and I have worked so incredibly hard to get to this point. So why would I just take away from this opportunity? Feels like end of an era because we're packing right now. We're already taking stuff off of the walls, patching some holes. Let me show you in the closet really quick. We're packed. We got lots of boxes so far. It feels weird. This is probably the longest I've ever lived in a place before, but it feels exciting. And buying our first home. Wow, what an accomplishment. By 32, bought a brand new house. Today is our very last day of waiting through this process. It's our final walkthrough. I don't know how we're even supposed to get through work. I stayed up so late last night. I was just so excited, so nervous. I have so many different feelings because we're gonna go see our house. And tomorrow, all we have to do is sign the paperwork and send a wire for our closing cost, and then we're done. And then we get the house. But right now we are living in an awful state of chaos, confusion, and madness. I do not like clutter. I do not like disorganization. I like everything to have a home where it belongs, and there are so many different boxes behind us. This is why I took a lot of time off from work, is so I could make sure that I was able to get everything inside of its home and organized. Can you tell that my cheeks hurt just from smiling, like talking about this? Like, I feel like I have not tried to buy into this process because I've just been so afraid that something is going to fall through. I am not going to let the fear of the unknown or what could possibly happen that's bad hold me back from having a good life. I hope you do the same thing too for whatever you're going through in life. Just stop worrying about what could happen, just what's happening right now. Hopefully it's good, and if it's not, it's temporary. We're doing our final walkthrough of our house. There's still some things that are on the wall because they have to stay. But we're here. Okay, are you ready for us to send our life savings?
Push it. Ooh.
We've initiated your transfer.
Your hands are sweaty.
Dang, we ain't got no more money, baby. Mr. Rudy, not to be confused with Moodang, is excited but feeling a little nervous and anxious because there's obviously boxes everywhere. But as soon as we get the keys, we're gonna come back, get Rudy so he can go over to the house. We're gonna be leaving momentarily. You ready?
I'm so ready to sign that shit right now.
Yeah.
Getting a little bit hot. A little nervous. You have to sweat.
Mom's spaghetti.
I'll sit here and then she'll
Good boy.
Who's gonna let me in?
So, we moved into our house, kind of, sorta. This is our first full official day of having the keys. We can barely stand on this hardwood. I'm gonna need to bring our rug with me back. Ben had to go back to work today. I did not, so I brought boxes. Him and I brought boxes yesterday. And honestly, I've ripped through them, and the house, it has stuff in it. As you can tell, it is probably very echoey. But it's good. It's coming along well. Rudy's just been chilling with me all day. I can't wait to bring the cats soon, but we're at a point where I'm gonna run home because I'm out of boxes. Ben's gonna be here later. So I figure I could bring a run of boxes and he could help me put them away. It's been about a week since we moved in, and I am finally getting settled into my new office space, which is right here. There's a really cool ceiling. It goes up into a higher point, and I think for this office setup, I'm just gonna do this one monitor for right now, both 27-inch monitors, so that's a lot of screen real estate. I think I want to get like a 38-inch curved monitor, just so it's just one monitor and it's not so clunky in this space. That's what I'm trying to work on right now when I face this way, but on this wall right here. I'm gonna put up some shelves that look like this. They were the ones that we put into the office the very first time in a previous video, and I got something pretty cool. Let me grab it. Hold on. Let me put you down. By the way, I have yet to unpack the tripod that my camera normally sits on, so placing you down on random objects at this point. I do feel like we're back. You know, I feel like we're back to making videos. I stopped for a minute because life got very crazy, very hectic, especially when we decided to move. But let me go get that thing that I wanted to show you. You're gonna think it's lame, like a dad thing, but it is kind of a dad thing, and it's a dad thing that I've always wanted. Guys, I got this. It's a laser level. Let me point it to the back. You might be able to see it. It's green, but it's a self-leveling level. This was like 80 bucks from Lowe's. I hope that's right. So on our staircase, Rudy, he's never gone to the bathroom in our last apartment, but I guess maybe he's just nervous or trying to mark territory. I don't know what his deal is. He's tried to go to the bathroom upstairs more than once, and so we're trying to restrict access to him being able to do that. So we got this retractable baby gate, and I'm just gonna say it. If an item is supposed to be intended for babies and parents, the instructions should be so easy to follow. IKEA instructions were easier to use than this stupid baby gate. But look at what happened because the instructions were not clear, or maybe I'm just not the best or the brightest. In the diagram, it looked like there were two of these, one on each side, and I didn't really understand that at the moment. But it was just saying, like, is it going to be for an interior door or an externally facing door? I did not know that, and so I now punctured 2 holes here at the bottom and 2 holes here at the top. I thought I was done patching walls like in our apartment, but it turns out I'm going to be patching walls here because I've made a mistake while I was drilling stuff into the wall, and it's very frustrating. I know that this lighting is super harsh, wonderful highlights behind me. Plants behind me are a Texas native Anacho orchid tree. I'm probably saying that wrong. Will grow 6 to 12 feet long and about the same wide. They have a multi-trunked, airy, small, or like they're like a small tree or large shrub. Now to see how they're gonna fit up against this fence, but something fun that we have to deal with is that we have some utility lines running along this fence. We have to be careful for wiring in the ground, and then our backyard does have a sprinkler irrigation system, so we have to make sure that we're not breaking into any water lines. So that will be fun. But right now, before we even head off to the store, Ben and I are going to measure out somewhat of a flower bed to put it in, because right now our backyard is just wild Texas native grass that is taking over. So we're gonna need to put that in right now. I'm just kind of a little worried about in the morning. We have this wonderful Texas oak, but it puts a huge canopy up and over where these plants are going to be. So they're going to sit in the shade, and I know that it likes a lot of sun, so we will see. So something else that we got were 2 nectarine trees. We were wanting to put a peach tree, but if we got nectarine trees for free, we love free 99, then we're probably gonna put those in the ground instead. So this is what we're thinking, is to have 1 nectarine tree kind of in the very center. We'll have 1 that sits here further in the shade. Right here, there used to be an old Texas oak tree. Before we moved in, obviously, it has been dead and gone for quite some time. So Ben and I need to pull this out of the ground, but my niece did a portion of that a while ago. She just kind of went to town and ripped it out herself, which was very nice. Got back from Lowe's. We're gonna unpack a lot of soil that we got. Oh yeah. We've cleaned out a lot of the larger rocks out of the bed. It was pretty good. It wasn't that bad. We lifted up the cable cords, and now we're just trying to clear some rock and be careful with the irrigation system. First plant in the ground. Now it's time to dig 2 other holes in this super hard soil.
Oh, no, the camera.
Shit. All right, so we've gotten everything into the ground. There's Ben's little trees over there, my bushes. I don't know if you can see them right now, but they are in. So we're gonna water them in, and fingers crossed they survive the winter. If you would have told me 7 months ago that we would have bought our very first home, I would have laughed at you because I didn't even think we were in the right place and time, but it turns out we were. Dreams do come true as long as you put one foot in front of the other, strategically plan, and really align your mindsets to make them not just aspirational, but to make them come to fruition. Anything is possible if you put your mind to it. I'm a firm believer now, and this house really reaffirms that. Since we bought this house, we have hosted birthdays, holidays like Thanksgiving and Christmas, and friends on New Year's, which I was sick for and kind of frustrated about, but that's okay. I have a lifetime in this house to share with family, friends, and you all. And if that is the kind of content that you're interested in, because who needs a break from brain rot? I know I do. So give this video a thumbs up, hit subscribe down below, comment, and until the next one, be kind out there. The world needs it more than ever. Bye, friends.